Casino Royale, let's talk about it. Casino Royale is the reboot of James Bond 007, and of course it is a wonderful reboot. Man, my gosh, I have enjoyed this film. It has been a really good film, trust me. It is a really nice film. It is actually the 21st Bond film, and of course there have been 20 films before this one. And man, this film it's just amazing. I mean, when we just talk about the actor who has portrayed this character, Daniel Craig, he just does a great job. I think he's an amazing at Bond. He really knows how to revitalize the franchise. I think that's what they did. I think that's what Martin Campbell had in mind, the director. I think that's what the whole crew had in mind. They were just trying to, fix the franchise, trying to get out of the Die Another Day, I would guess, movie failure, I guess you could say, for them on their part. Even to now, over 10 years later, it's still a fun time. It is just a wonderful movie. And, of course, just as how good, Bond is, in this film. The actor is amazing. It's wonderful. It all comes together. He really does a great job. But man, when we talk about his villain, and we are gonna try to remain spoiler free, just because it's kind of sad to kind of admit this, but half of the people that I know have never seen a Bond film in their life, and it's just really sad to hear that. And so when they probably watch this, hopefully they'll go and watch this film. And if you haven't watched this film, you need to go watch this like right now. Like put it on right now. You need to go rent this thing on the internet right now. But the villain, Lashif, he is just amazing. I forgot the actor's name who plays this character, but he does an amazing job at playing the character. Of course, he's like supposed to be this banker, this accountant for this big guy who's running his business. That's why he ended up creating this high stakes poker game. Anyway, I think he does a great job. He's a great villain. And just moving on from that, the camera shots, I think the cinematography is just amazing. And actually, I just watched a video the other day kind of talking about how Casino Royale redid how they shot a movie. And I think the movies thereon forward had something to look off of, had something to look forward to, had a goal in mind. The way the cinematography is in this film definitely changes everything. Not to say that the 20 films before this film had great cinematography. I think there are some great shots in some of the older movies, but this one really took it to a whole nother step, a whole nother level, and especially down when we get to like Skyfall and Spectre, it really just doubles down on it. The score, I think music plays a big part in this movie. David Arnold's score is just amazing. It's very underrated, and he does a great job at it. Talking about the intro, every Bond movie has this intro that plays, and of course it's accompanied by a song. The song is written by Chris Cornell. It's called You Know My Name, and man, this song really does a great job at defining who James Bond is. It's my favorite one, as well as the favorite opening scene. The opening scene, man, talk about grabbing your attention. The first 5 minutes, boom, you're already interested. You're wondering what's going to happen next, because this film is about him getting his license finally, his license to kill. Now he's a 00 agent. Now he is able to kill and shoot and whatnot. But man, the intro is just epic. Man, only James Bond can make a poker game epic. Like, I mean, if you were to watch a poker game in other movies, you would be like, oh my gosh, this sucks. This is boring. I'm about to fall asleep. In this movie, man, oh gosh, I could watch this poker game forever. But I'm just kind of glad the way it turned out. This film is great. I think if you've never seen a Bond film, Casino Royale is where you should start. I think you'll really enjoy it. I think you'll really be able to sink your teeth into something, get into this franchise through this movie. And, as 007 being one of my favorite franchises, I hope that it will become yours too. I mean, Skyfall was the one that sucked me in, but I mean, I'm pretty sure that this film can suck you in. The only things that were not so good in this movie, there's just a scene that is kind of hard to watch. It's toward the end of the movie. It's kind of hard to watch. For people who've seen it, you know what I mean. They should have cut that a little bit more, I think. But that's just my opinion. There's some dirty dialogue as well. Highly romantic scenes that could have been cut down as well. But these are just small errors in such a grand, amazing, wonderful, epic movie. Just taking those out, you know, it still is a wonderful movie. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's gonna change your life. So I'm gonna give Casino Royale an A. Thank you all for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and smash that like button, you already know. And don't forget to stay safe out there. And wash them hands, those filthy little things. Without further ado, we'll see you next time.